So one thing I will give myself credit for is no matter how depressed or down in the dumps I get, I consider myself to have mental strength in terms of perseverance. So yes, I'm just like you in that I get hung up on my weaknesses and I don't know the way forward many times. And then I get caught up in what society's expecting of me and where I'm actually at in my life. And there's usually a giant disparity between the two. In that sense, I understand, right? Like all the crap that's going on right now. Like honestly, here in Canada, the economy is just a dumpster fire. It's such a mess. However, because of my spiritual beliefs and just seeing like what I've overcome, and like I hope you do this for yourself too, I can give myself credit in knowing that I'm really good at being down for a while, but then picking myself back up and dusting myself off and moving forward. And so that's what I would like to talk to you about today and hopefully encourage you to do the same for yourself. Hello everyone, my name is Sama and welcome to Spirit-Led Guidance. I was looking at my past few videos and I realized how frumpy I looked. And you know what? I'm just here to say that it's okay to sulk, right? And I definitely was like at the rock bottom of my mood chart. I was in a bad place, but I'm so touched and I feel so grateful that you as an audience, like I have an advice channel and you guys have come here before to feel inspired and motivated, and then here I am pouting about my life, and I'm just so very grateful that you guys have given me a space to be vulnerable, to be sad, and to express my own insecurities, and you've been so amazingly supportive. I'm blessed. That's all. So thank you so much. Through my Etsy, I am just getting an influx of people who are so lost with their career and their purpose and trying to figure out what they can contribute to the world. And I want to say I'm finding something very specific about this group of people, and I am definitely in that bucket, as you know. So many people in my life, and this is probably just synchronicity or whatever, but so many people of my age are struggling, I'm sure teenagers have their own set of challenges, which are unprecedented because of their access to technology and the internet, and they have their own challenges, right? I come from the pre-internet era. I was born in the 1900s, and so Sorry for the lighting change, it's now evening. Anyways, to continue my thought from literally 5 hours ago, I was around before the advent of the internet, and I think because of that, I will say that those of us who are a little more old school, we are a little bit better at persevering because we didn't really grow up in that age of instant gratification and external validation coming to us really easily from our digital screens through social media and all that. I know I sound like a granny being like, you kids nowadays don't know how hard it was, but all I mean is that I believe in myself, and I think it's because I didn't have as much of an anxiety when I was younger about the unknown as I do now. And I think this is a huge problem for anyone who is connected to the internet. I just think that we as humans have lost our curiosity and our wonder about the future. We want to know what's coming up, and we get so anxious if we don't know what's going to happen or how something's going to play out that we turn it into a negative. Whereas, if you look at kids, young children who haven't really been exposed to the internet just yet, they have this sense of wonder and curiosity about them, and they believe in themselves, right? As we grow up, that sort of looking forward to what's next and not being sure if it's going to work out for us, that gets beaten out of us as we grow into adults because we have more responsibilities. And so we need to have more of a guarantee that we will be financially stable, that we will be emotionally stable. Although we do have those responsibilities that can add that pressure, I do think that we need to all connect with our inner children and be okay with not knowing what the future has in store. And if we use the analogy of a kid, children are able to be more curious and be more relaxed and comfortable about the future because they have their parents, right? They know that their basic needs will be met by their parents. And so it's like not even in their conscious awareness to worry about that. We obviously are on our own and many times, so we are struggling if you're anything like me. And I think that that is where our spiritual beliefs come into play. So I believe that God is my parent, is my provider, and I actually the other day was walking and I was like, God, you are my bank account, because that's all I have left, and that's okay, right? I don't know what the future has in store, and actually I'm feeling very blessed recently because I have had my Etsy orders coming in, and like I mentioned before, they're like a ray of hope for me, and so I feel like the more faith I place in my almighty parent to take care of me, the more that will happen as long as I'm willing to let go and let doors open that I may not have ever thought of previously. If we are relying on God to take care of us, then of course we also have to be open to all the miracles that he can perform, right? It's not our job to figure out the how and the why something's gonna happen. We need to pray and then let go of that prayer and give up control. And that is very difficult for us as adults that are riddled with responsibility, but we have to do it. And we have to become children again, essentially, and kind of be vulnerable with God, and say like, look, I need you to come through for me in so and so ways. And then we just have to walk in faith. So anyways, I made this video today. I wasn't really sure what the topic would be, and also I am trying out a new recipe. I am heading back into the kitchen because I feel like I'm trying to do more things that help me relax and that have nothing to do with my financial insecurity. So I think this is a great thing to do for like anyone who's kind of bogged down by very specific worries about your life, whether that's relationships or finances or whatever. I think that we need to drop whatever we're worrying about and do something completely unrelated so that we can just get our minds off of it and allow divine intervention to occur without us sticking our noses in there all the time, So I have been doing stuff that has nothing to do with my career. I also I want to get back into the kitchen and start cooking because I feel like that's a lovely way. It's a lovely way to take care of myself and, I don't know, to explore, right? And whether that's knitting for you, maybe not cooking, but just something that is like, you know what, F it, even if the room is burning down around me, like that meme with the little doggy, that's like, this is fine. That's where I'm going to stay right now because, you know what? I know shit's going down in my life. I know everything's not perfect, but I deserve to be happy. And I deserve to live a happy life on a daily basis. And so I would like to focus on that. And I suggest you do that for yourself too. If there's something that's really weighing you down, just let it fester in the background. Just pray and give it to God and be like, I'm so done with this. And then just let it go and then go do something that takes your mind off of it, but is enjoyable for you so that you can find some joy in simple pleasures, in your everyday life. Well, this was a relatively short video, but I thank you very much for joining me. I will be back next week, and I feel like I've made an improvement. I actually slapped some makeup on my face today, so woo! So you can see my ascent out of depression through this channel. Anyways, thank you very much for watching me. I appreciate you guys so much, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye!